A secret is buried, but some secrets are better left unknown.
I think she's starting to suspect something.
Who? Your wife. More shameless, more merciless. Scary Movie 2.
Oh, Ray, what are you doing here?
It's the sequel.
Oh, yeah.
Duh.
Hey YouTubers, Hankster here, and welcome to video number 2 of our scary movie review marathon. And for our second movie, of course, is Scary Movie 2, featuring Marlon Wayans, Shawn Wayans, Anna Faris, and Regina Hall from the original movie. You kind of wonder, say, well, they're reprising their roles, but why is Marlon, Shawn, and Regina back for the movie if their characters were originally killed off in the first film? Well, that's just basically what happens when their older brother, Keenan Ivory Wayans, the director of the first movie, came back for the second one. Obviously, they're going to bring back it's nepotism. What do you expect? The movie also features Christopher Kenny Masterson from Malcolm in the Middle, Tori Spelling from Beverly Hills 90210, Tim Curry from Charlie's Angels, Chris Elliott, or Chris Idiot from The Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps, and James Woods from Any Given Sunday all star in this movie. Now, of course, major thing, of course, I also mention this is not the only parody movies that they were involved with. The Wayans brothers were also involved with Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, which basically was a parody movie of gangsta movies, urban violent type, urban crime movies and stuff of the 90s, living in the hood, that kind of thing. But that was one of their first major projects that sort of poked fun at movies, and but it was really the Scary Movies that really got it started. Of course, unlike the original Scary Movie, which of course poked fun at teen slasher films as its main target, this time around the gang had to face the forces of the other side, the supernatural, ghosts, as they took on movies such as The Exorcist, the Amityville Horror, Poltergeist, House on Haunted Hill, which, of course, at that time, most of these movies were really getting big remakes. At the time, Amityville Horror was getting a remake. I think The Exorcist around that time was also getting a remake. House on Haunted Hill had a remake at the time, too. These were basically the major target films of this particular. They were going to the genre of supernatural, scary stuff this time around. Of course, they didn't. They did throw in references to other movies, popular movies at the time, like Mission Impossible and Titanic, and obviously Charlie's Angels in one particular scene. That they kind of had fun with. So that was pretty much they threw in some new actresses. I don't really know the name of the big boobed actress that was in the movie, the redhead, who kind of reminds me of the Black Widow from Avengers, but I really don't know the actress who played her. But she, obviously that she kind of had to balance in with the absence of Shannon Elizabeth or Carmen Electra. This movie was a little bit better than the first one. Obviously, it did carry on some of the jokes from the first one, like, Ray's closet homosexuality and all. But the only really bad part was that it did kind of poke fun at the disabled, the kind of disabled guy who didn't want anybody help, that he could do it himself, and they kind of, overplayed that. And, of course, the severely malformed guy played by Chris Elliott. I don't like Chris Elliott. I think he's creepy with just about anything he does. I don't know why. People think he's funny. I don't think he's funny, but I kind of fast forward through most of his scenes anyway. But all in all, it was a pretty good movie. Tim Curry, who of course was sort of not really the villain, even though he is usually typecast as one. And this time around, the gang are fooled into going into an old house to experiment in what they think is sleep abnormalities, it's like insomnia and all. But really, Tim Curry's character is out to try to awaken the spirits of the deceased in the house and try to prove to the world that there's existence after death and all. But things going to go berserk when the former tenants of the house start freaking out the gang and trying to kind of kill them, I guess. I don't know. Of course, this time around, they everybody's pretty much survived, unlike the first one. But of course, sadly, this was the last scary movie project that the Wayans brothers would be involved in. By the time movie 3 came out a few years later, the Wayans brothers were out of the picture, and of course it was taken over by another production group. I think it was the Zuckers. I'm not totally sure, obviously, because Leslie Nielsen was in the third one, I think. But we'll be getting to that when we get to number 3. And of course, this movie came a year after the original Scary Movie. It only came out in 2001, by the way. So, but it, all in all, it was a pretty good movie. There was definitely a lot of funny stuff in there. Obviously, with the kind of crazy animals like the foul-talking bird and the possessed cat, that was kind of wacky. There was a little bit more sex humor in this movie, mostly involving Tori Spelling and all. But all in all, I suggest you go check this out, obviously, because if you want to check out Scary Movie 5, you should check out all the movies that are out. And but outside Chris Elliott's horrible and creepy performance, the movie was pretty good. So I suggest check it out. It's of course obviously on DVD, and just like the first one, of course it does have not just behind the scenes. This one of course had more behind the scenes footage in there, like how they got the models working and everything, special effects and all. And also of course also like the first one, it has a DVD-ROM section where you can plug it in, put it in your computer system and check out its little goodies and everything. And that's pretty much it for Scary Movie 2. And stay tuned here. Next, of course, the next review will be on Scary Movie 3. And stay tuned here for more reviews and whatnot here on the Multiverse.